And the end of another day, day 34, I think. If you watched the previous video, that really told it all. It wasn't supposed to rain in the area that I was supposed to ride to today, and then we were going to drive to where I was supposed to ride to in the first place, just to get the miles in. And it poured and poured and poured, soaked, got chilled. So after about, 12 miles or so, I just called Cydney. She was only about half an hour from leaving the hotel anyway, and she came and picked me up, changed my clothes, got into some dry clothes, actually turned the heater on in the car and the heated seat in the car to warm up a little bit. So the day really was a bust. Rode about 12 miles, like I said, kind of miserable miles. I wasn't cold while I was riding, because you're burning calories, and it was like probably upper 60, 70 degrees or so. So instead we went to Appomattox, the village, and where you can see there was an original courthouse, second courthouse, rebuilt. Most of the buildings have been rebuilt there, but I think it's the McClellan house, where Lee and Grant actually walked into the house, into the parlor of that house, and did the surrender. Wasn't done actually in the courthouse. So that was interesting. I didn't really know that. I'm sure you all do, but didn't quite remember all that history from high school or grade school or wherever we learned it. So you want to call me a cheater? Yeah, go ahead. I know you won't. So I probably gypped myself about 60 miles, maybe 55 or 60 miles from riding cross country. But I figured after it's going to be about 36 days or so on the bike, if I just skipped 60 miles or so and rode in misery in the rain, and didn't even back in, let's see, it was in Colorado, I think, up in the mountains, had a bad thunderstorm, thunder, lightning, heavy pouring rain. It was terrible. So we drove 70 miles to where I was supposed to go, drove back the next morning 70 miles to do that 70 miles. At this stage of the game, I'm not doing that. It really got too dangerous to ride. Lots of rain, and there's hardly a shoulder, and there's cars and trucks and that going by, and they just blast you, with the water and that, and it really became unsafe, even if it was miserable for me. So I guess skipping a few miles is better than being roadkill and not making it at all. Appreciate you guys following. We're going to rest up this weekend. For some reason, at the end of the day, I feel as tired as I did as if I rode all day. I don't know. We'll check in again Monday evening, which will be the last long day, riding to Suffolk, I think, Virginia from here, wherever here is. We are in South Hill, Virginia. Kind of a big town. We just went to Cracker Barrel. Big enough for Cracker Barrel, we had a pretty good meal. So, love you guys. Thanks again for tuning in and hanging in there with me. I'll talk to you on Monday. Thanks.